former NFL running back, New York Times bestseller, Rashad Jennings, Jags, Raiders, Giants. Guys on Dancing with the Stars, guys writing books. By the way, you were one of the first people that saw Dak Prescott.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the game and what struck you?
You know what? Coming out, playing against the Cowboys, this was his rookie year.
Yeah.
First start, fresh off the boat.
That's right. It was Giants-Cowboys opening game.
Watching him was interesting. I remember coming back to a sideline after we have gone on offense, we've done our series, come back to the sideline. They go out offense, third down. You know how you start getting ready to go back? First down. It's like, okay, all right. Another first down. On third down, I'm like, man, this is a rookie. We waiting for him to stumble. Second quarter, still doesn't stumble. Third quarter, doesn't stumble. I hit one of my teammates. I said, hey, this is not a regular rookie. We knew from day one he was going to be different. We knew day one he was going to have all the talent to go a long distance. So, I mean, he obviously has help. He had help. One of the best offensive line there.
That helps.
That helps, have a consistent safety net.
But, Rashad, everybody's had help.
But he's special.
Okay, Joe Montana had Bill Walsh.
You got to have it.
Nobody wins without help in this league. I like Dak. By the way, I saw Kevin Sumlin's a football coach, now at Arizona, used to be at Texas A&M. I saw him last week. He passed on Dak.
Yeah.
And he said, that's the biggest mistake I've ever made. I said, why? He goes, he's so smart. And I kept saying, what about him do you like? And he kept going, he's so smart. And when I watched Dak's leadership, this is the latest example. By the way, that Twitter thing, that's not easy, by the way.
It's not.
He took a stance that 90% of people on Twitter, at least, are going to disagree with.
Yeah, he's going to get hatred right away. I mean, anytime you're standing against what the wave is doing, you're going against the current. It's going to be difficult. People going to have opinions, but it's funny because we always say respect people's opinions. But if it's not like yours, then I'm not going to respect it. It's a very unorthodox deal. But I mean, I'm proud of him because he believes what he believes and he stood for it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so I'm not a big preseason guy. Don't take much from it. But tonight, Lamar Jackson's going to come out, and people are getting tired of Joe Flacco. And Joe Flacco's passer rating since he won the Super Bowl has been below average. And Baltimore's a city, they win Super Bowls. That's a great organization.
Yeah,
and they have high standards. This isn't Cleveland. They got high standards. What do you think? I mean,
I'm not going to give a knock on Cleveland, but
no, it's not. But I mean, Baltimore's a different standard. What do you think Lamar looks like tonight? What do you think we see this year with Lamar Jackson?
Lamar's going to come in. I think he has all of the tangibilities to be a great quarterback in the NFL. Now, I don't know how well he could pick up the playbook. He was always able in the collegiate level to compensate maybe a lack of something breaking down, or for us, he didn't know what he was doing and he could take off running. I don't know if he's going to be able to take off running as much in the NFL, but he can move. He's wiggle. His wiggle is there.
Yeah.
He can dink and dunk the ball down the field, but I don't know if he has the long ball or not. That's going to be something fun to watch. Obviously, Joe Flacco, and I played with him in college, man. He's just a hard-working guy. He's going to be consistent and show up every day. But Lamar, he seems like a competitor. And starting off right now to get an opportunity to play in the NFL, put his best foot forward, is going to be special to see.
Flacco, even when he's successful, the game is not dynamic. He's not an exciting player. Lamar, even when he struggles, it's going to be so dynamic. It's going to be hard for a fan to watch Lamar tonight run around. He could run around for 4 yards, but it's going to be so exciting.
It's going to be exciting
compared to sort of the dull presentation of Flacco, who is a drop back, doesn't run, throws strikes, and so I think it's going to be a fascinating thing to watch. Now, it's interesting. You have a book out called The If in Life. And you're working on 4 other books. This was a New York Times bestseller. Your road to football is kind of a fascinating road. First of all, tell me about why your road you believe was different.
For so many reasons, my road to the NFL has been vastly different. I tell people a lot. I was a short, overweight, chubby kid, glasses, asthma, had a 0.6 GPA at one point in time. Yeah. Struggled big time with asthma.
Because your dad was a smoker.
Yes, my dad smoked heavily. We didn't have the best relationship. And one time I was hospitalized, 13 years old. I'm in a hospital. I'm blowing through a peak flow, and it goes a centimeter. And I'm fighting for my life, much less what I would accomplish in life. The doctors told my dad, said, sir, you can't smoke around your son anymore. We got out of the hospital. My mom would call certain restaurants, checking the ventilation before we went. I was that bad off. When I got back home, my dad started smoking outside, right? A week goes by. He starts trickling back in the house for smoking. I'm in my room. Smoke seems through the vents. I smell it. I start choking up. Put a pillow over my face. I go upstairs and knock on my dad's door. He's in the corner drinking and smoking like he always does. I say, hey, Dad, can you stop drinking and smoking and be there for me? He took a puff of his smoke, sip of his drink. He looked at me and said, Rashad, what you want to do when you get older? Now, mind you, this is the first time he ever asked me that. Me and him don't have the best relationship. So part of me is excited I get to say it, but I can see he's just saying it because he doesn't care. I take my chance and I say, Dad, I want to play running back in the NFL. Overweight kid, glasses. This is just a child's dream. He took a puff of his smoke, sip of his drink, and he said, Rashad, you think you'd be able to make it to the NFL without smoking and drinking yourself? And with tears in my eyes, I looked at him. I said, just to prove you wrong, I'm never going to do it. And I'm 33, never drank alcohol a day in my life. I never smoked a day in my life, literally just to prove him wrong. And what's special about it in doing that, he watched his little knucklehead kid prove him wrong. He quit smoking and drinking himself, and we both feel like we saved each other's life in that one little instance.
God, that's incredible.
But if I wouldn't have took that as a challenge, you know, if I would have had more hatred, if I would have used that for excuses, I wouldn't be here having this conversation. So through the book, the if in life is a play on words. When you spell out life, if is in the middle.
Yeah.
And I go through 15 chapters of talking about different if moments in my life.
You had a Dancing with the Stars thing, right?
Yeah.
I almost wonder, do people know you from that or football?
The truth be told, probably more so dancing.
I bet they do.
Listen, I never forget. I came out of a sushi restaurant. I'm a big sushi fan. Love sushi. And it was a couple. This was a man and a woman, and they both recognized me at the same time, right? And I could see him say, hey, babe, that's Rashad Jennings. And she said, yeah, that's Rashad. Now, he was shocked. He was like, wait, how do you know him? And she looked at him and said, oh, yeah, that's the dancer. He didn't watch Dance with Stars. He said, no, babe, he played running back. He said, oh, you cute. You think he's a dancer. He played football. And I'm watching them argue. So I walk over. I was like, listen, both of y'all are actually right. And neither side knew me from the other. So it's amazing how much this opportunity of dancing has opened up so many doors. I'm actually opening a ballroom studio back in my hometown. My university is going to name a department of dance after me. And I'm continuing to dance now. I'm about to post some stuff on Instagram in the next day or so. So I love dance. I wish I was introduced to it at an earlier age in my life.
God, you're so likable. Your story's amazing.
Appreciate
By the way,
it.
I don't have any rhythm. And so Joy.
Sure you do, man.
No, but I can see. I don't, I start, it doesn't quite.
Are you doing the twist?
Yeah, I need some
You look
social
like Travolta
lubricant. I
in
need
Pulp Fiction.
I need a couple Heinekens, and then all of a sudden there's a lubrication
Need
in
some
my
influence.
hips.
Listen, man, we'll cut on some music, man. I'll show you some steps. one day.
Please do that. We
Yeah.
got some time in the break here.
There we go. We could do that.
When you look at football now, and there's a lot of social stuff that's happening. I like the fact that you are okay with Dak, although you don't have to agree. Like, that's my takeaway. What's happened in America is if you don't agree with me, you're an idiot. And you're saying, I don't have to agree with Dak. Do you think it's harder in locker rooms? At the end of your career, the culture was changing in America, social media.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder to coach today? Did you notice the change in the locker room, player empowerment?
I mean, yes, you do. Yes and no. I would say yes just simply because social media reaches people instantly.
Instantly.
Yeah, hensing Instagram. But yes, whatever message you want to get across to somebody, you can get across right now. We all are reporters at this point in time. It doesn't have to be filtered to get through a source of approval before it's posted. And everybody believes what's posted is true. And they run off of that, right? Everybody has an opinion, wants to be heard. And oftentimes, fallacies are more so followed, right, than truth. And then you argue. It's subjective. It's all these things. So people are more so looking for argumentative posts and ways to hate people really fast rather than getting to the authenticity of the truth. So I believe social media is just simply a tool. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And what we do with it is up to us. We can use social media to bring people together. We can use it for hatred. We can use it for division and separate. The choice is ours, but social media is a beautiful thing depending on how you use it.
His book is called The If in Life, How to Get Off Life's Sidelines and Become Your Best Self. You are aspirational and inspirational at the same time. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Rashad Jennings, New York. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.